Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy is the 11th episode in Season 1 of the SpongeBob Squarepants television series. In this episode, it is clear what is obviously the lesson for those watching. In the episode, SpongeBob SquarePants is shown to be an avid fan of the television series Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, which is basically Aquaman and Aqualad, but it's the SpongeBob universe. Become overthrown and overfilled with joy, SpongeBob and Patrick realize that their very famous heroes that they have idolized, possibly ever since their childhood, lives at the Shady Shoal Home Retirement Center in the middle of Bikini Bottom. Filled with excitement beyond belief, SpongeBob and Patrick go there to confront and meet their idols, the people that they look up to. Now, an interesting thing about this episode is you often see it depicted in film, television, any form of media really, that whenever people see the people that they idolize the most, I mean, you see this in Batman the Animated Series as well, most of the time they meet their idols and they find out that they're not as wonderful as they seem to be. They get depressed, they go through this journey. Eventually, the hero that they've idolized realizes, hey, I'm not that bad of a guy. I actually do have some good quality characteristics about myself, so on and so forth. But probably the most interesting thing about this episode is it flips this on its head. One might definitely say that Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy at the retirement home is definitely far from what they used to be on the television show. But that doesn't matter to SpongeBob and Patrick. If anything, they love them just as much, if not more, possibly because they're in the flesh. And they become recurring main characters, side characters on the show. And, I mean, they're great. I love Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Mermaid Man is just hilarious and senile. And Barnacle Boy is smarter, but he's still funny too. And they're fantastic characters. But the episodes, it's a good lesson, one might say respecting your elders is a part of it, seeing as how they don't want to hurt old people. They're not mean to them. They don't treat them with contempt. They don't look at Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy and go, ew, you're old. Ew, gross. Instead, they say, wow, you're my idol. You're this person that I looked up to and this person that I wanted to become. And now I get to see you face to face in the flesh. Sure, might not be the peak of physical perfection as you once were, but you're still that same person, and I look to you. I mean, it's just the same with people might be with movie stars. I grew up with Keanu Reeves as Neo in The Matrix, and if I still met him today, I'd still love him because I'm like, oh my god, you're Keanu Reeves, you're from The Matrix. Well, now he's John Wick, but respecting people who are older than you, and even if they're maybe not as good looking or as able as they once were, still being able to respect them for what they were and what they did is definitely a big part of this theme. And eventually Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy realize this, and they see that when they're in their hearts, SpongeBob and Patrick really do just have this blissful ignorance and innocence that they just want to hold on to Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. They're heroes of in their lives, and that says a lot for people who look up to you. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy have these two kids who are looking up, or not really kids, but adults in a way that are looking up to them, and they have to realize that they have to be responsible in regards to how they handle situations with these two, and it's just a great episode. It's fantastic. It's funny. You get to meet the character of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. It's just a classic episode, and one that recurs multiple times to create a really long list of episodes. And we'll touch on those once we get to them. But tell me what you think about this. Do you like this episode? Do you not? And I'll catch you all next time.
Well, I was going to Tarshi's station to pick up some power converters.
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Come on.
Well, I was going to Tarshi's station to pick up some power converters.
Luke!